What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This time we are at the Gerudo and we're going to do another side quest, and this one is called the Mysterious Eighth, and it's a very long side quest. So if this is the first time you're here, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're a member or a regular, thank you so much for your support, really appreciate it. Right, so in the Gerudo area you'll see that there's many statues around this area. And you come and see Rotana here. It's inside of the shelter, so it's next to where the actual classroom is. So the Mysterious Eighth is the name of this quest, and what we need to do, we need to go and get ourselves lots of orbs. So I sped up the majority of the video where it's running because you need to because it's very straightforward. You can see exactly where I'm going. This first orb that I got is right at the entrance, and it's attached to a side quest, so just make sure that you do the side quest. I've already got that on my channel. I released it a few days ago, so make sure that you do that side quest in order to acquire this orb. And the side quest is actually called the Dahlia's Game, so you need to do that side quest in order to get that orb, and then you can collect the orb. And we need to collect 7 of these orbs. This video is going to run into like 15 minutes, even sped up. It took me like 1.5 hours to record, so it's a very long side quest. So when you're ready, just put the ball down and we're going to go to the next area. And the next area is another one of these orbs that is attached to a side quest. So the side quest for this one is Lost in the Dunes, and you can find it right here, and it's already on my channel as well. I have uploaded those 2, and these are the only 2 that are actually attached to a side quest. So go and do that side quest, and then you can just pick up the orb yourself. You won't need to do the side quest while you're doing this, or I mean, you can do it at the same time as you're doing this main quest. It's up to you. Right, when you're ready, we're going to go towards Gerudo. We need to take this orb all the way down to Gerudo, and there's going to be a really long way. As you can see, I sped up this video, and it's still taking a very long time because it is such a long way away. I can't find any other way of bringing it over there. You might be able to, I mean, if you've got some bits, some Zonai devices, you can kind of like construct a car that will ride with the orb all the way down to Gerudo. That's a possibility as well. I decided to just show you exactly what to do all by walking. When you get around this area, you're just going to go down to the shelter, and we're going to put the second orb inside. So we are missing 5 of them now. Some of them are in the shelter area, some of them are outside, so they are pretty much all over the place, but I will tell you exactly where all of them are. So the first one was by the main entrance, attached to a side quest called Dahlia's Game. The second one was at the Karakara Bazaar, attached to a quest Lost in the Dunes. So now we're going to go and pick up our third one, and the third one is again by the entrance, like the first one, but to the right. There's like a little alcove. You can go in there and you can pick it up. So just get out of the shelter, go to the right in here. As you can see, it's right here in the open. You just have to pick it up, and we're going to go and take it down, and there's 4 left to go. As you can see, you know, I just sped up this bit because you know where you're going. If you've been to the Gerudo shelter, you know exactly where to take these orbs. You know exactly where everything is. So it's not something that I should leave in, because then it will make the video extremely long. I mean, I left it in, but I sped it up so I can make the video as short as possible, and even then it still ran into the 15-16 minutes, you know, so it's a very long quest. So third orb is here. Now we're going to go and pick up our 4th. It's going to be right here. Very simple to do. So we got 4 collected, and we are missing 3 of them now. So this one was right in this shelter. I didn't want to pick it up at first. I wanted to get rid of the ones that are attached to the side quests and that are outside of this area. So put the 4th orb down, and then we're going to go and pick ourselves up the next one, and that one is going to be right down here. As you can see, is next to where that bar is, next to the prison, and that's it. It's very simple to get, and that is our 5th orb. And we are on our way to completing these, but there's a lot more to do, because once you attach all the orbs, and once you put all the orbs in the statues, you still got a lot to do, because you still need to get out of Gerudo and it's a quite a complex part. So 5 in here now. We're going to go and pick up our 6th, and for that one we're going to go to the left in here, and as you can see under these beds in here, I slowed down so you guys can see, you need to use ascend to go to this little alcove up here, and then we need to pick up the rock salt, topaz, and our orb, and that's our 6th one. So not much more to go now, so one left, and then we need to do a few more bits afterwards. So we keep on going to put it down exactly like the other ones. We just put it down on the ground, because we're gonna, at the end, we're just gonna match them all with the symbols from the statues. It's much easier to do it like that than to do each one individually as you're bringing them down. Now we're going to go and pick up our 7th and final one, and for this one we're going to go to the right of the shelter. So we need to go over to this area here, go up, and then just climb all this area in here, and as you can see there's going to be like a mound of sand. You just need a fan or one from your Zonai devices, something that can blow this mound of sand away so you can pick up the final orb. Now we're going to go back and take this one exactly like backwards and forwards to the shelter. It's I should have cut all these bits out, but I just wanted to leave it for you so you guys can see exactly what happens after each orb gets delivered. So we need to now find out exactly what's going on. So we need to put all the orbs to match it with the statues. Each orb will have a symbol and the statue will have a symbol, and we need to kind of like put it, use our ultra hand and put it where the swords are. So you just need to put all this last one down, and as you can see, this is a number 2 one, or like with the symbol, Roman symbol 2. We can put it down on the ground here. I sped up this part as well. You just need to match the symbols. That's as simple as that. So I'll show you how to do the first one in slow motion or in real time. So you need to put it kind of like that, in the just behind the hilt of the sword, and that is it. So that's the first one done. Now we need to just do all the other ones and do exactly the same thing, just match them all with the symbols that they come from. Should be fairly straightforward. And once everything is done, then we're going to have like a massive cutscene. So I cut that out as well. Like I showed you the beginning. There's going to be like a massive cutscene, and she's going to explain to us, you know, what happened and what we need to do next, because there's a lot more to do next, as you can probably tell, because the video is only running for 8 minutes now. So now the ground is going to shake, and there's going to be like an opening where we had our orbs on the ground. The ground there is going to move, and there's going to be an opening that we can go down to the bottom, and we're going to find our 8th orb. But this one is much bigger than the other ones, so you can't really carry it on your head, but you can kind of like use ultra hand and carry it. And we need to carry it outside of the Gerudo town. We need to go into the ruins left of the front gate. So we're gonna go down. I cut this bit in here, all this cutscene that was coming in here now. So basically she tells you that I need to take it to a specific temple. So we need to use our ultra hand now, and we need to take this massive orb outside of Gerudo. And can you imagine just how long that this is going to take? Because it's just so slow when you're carrying anything with ultra hand. So as you can see, I'm getting out of shelter, and we're going to go over to the entrance. If you've got the quest selected, what happens is that it will tell you exactly where you need to take it. So it's going to be to the left of the main entrance. There's some ruins in here. There's going to be some Lysithos inside of these ruins. But what we need to do, we just need to kind of like keep going down until we see a hole in the ground. So when you see the Lysithos, you just have to fight them off, I guess. Or you can come on the outside of the structure and try to avoid them all. And then when you see the middle of the structure of these ruins in here, there's going to be like a hole in the ground, and you just need to go inside, because there's not going to be any Lysithos around the hole. It's just going to be right at the beginning. So if you want to avoid them, there is a possibility of avoiding them as well. Right, whether you avoid them or you fight them off, you just pick up your orb and you keep on walking down until you see this area here. I slowed it down so you guys can see exactly where it is. And we're going to need to drop this massive orb down here. so we can kind of open these bars. So it's the Gerudo Sanctuary, it's what it's called. And once we put the orb inside here, then all the bars are going to lift up, and there's a lot of way to go down to the bottom. There's too much to try to find, and you can get lost really easily. So just keep on walking down. There's only one way to go, not like many ways, but there are many rocks that you can destroy and things like that, and plates that you can move with your ultra hand to unlock at different places. But I'm trying to show you a direct way to go there. There are some plates on the floor in here, and we just need to pick up everything that is around in here, because we're not coming back down. And then there's a plates in here, so we need to use our ultra hand and just move it out of the way, and there's a hole in the ground, so we just need to jump down to the hole and just keep on walking down the cave. A lot to pick up in here. There's not many more bombs in here, but there's a lot of loot that you can pick up, and precious stones and stuff like that, so it's always good to do. So you can see that there's some bars on the right hand side. I've just ignored them and went down to the left because there's no I couldn't find a way to do it. There's a Gibdo down here on the ground, so we need to get rid of it. These guys can be a little bit annoying, a little bit tough, but your friends will help you out. Unless you've got no arrows, because with arrows they're much easier. And there you go, it's very easy to do. So just keep on going down, and we're gonna go and get to this area here, and as you can see, the floor will just fall down and you fall onto this area here, to the like there's like a pond or like a body of water underneath, and this is all meant to happen. But there's no other way of getting up to the top now, so the only way that we're going to be able to do this is to use our ascent power in here and get over to the top, and there's going to be another opening in here that we can use some more tunnels in order to get to the destination that we need to go into. So just keep on following the tunnels in here after you use ascend, and we're going to go all the way to the where you see these plates in here. You need to take them out, and one of them is going to be a Gibdo behind it. There's going to be a chest behind it, and the final one will have like the way out basically. So we need to get rid of this guy in here to begin with. Is done, and now there's another skeleton on the left hand side in here. Oh, it's easy to Gibdo. No, it's the same one. It's the same one. You just need to get rid of it, and it should be fairly straightforward. There you go. Your friends will help you out as well. But yeah, should be very straightforward. So there's a plate in there, as you can see. That's our exit, and behind this one in here we're gonna find some loot as well. Can't remember. Oh, some arrows. Yeah, so so you just go through this way in here and keep on following the cave. As you can see, it's just such a long way. I didn't speed up this part because it can get complex, so I didn't want to make it difficult for you guys. I wanted to try to explain the parts that are difficult, then I left them running in real time. The parts that are harder, or the parts that are easier, are sped up because you will know the geography of Gerudo, so that's going to be fairly straightforward to go, you know, inside Gerudo town and stuff like that, collect all those orbs in there. But in here this is all new, so I decided to leave it in real time and try to explain to you guys exactly how to do it. So when you're ready, we're going to break this area here, and we're going to run as fast as we possibly can, because all the ground's going to give up, and we really don't want to fall down to the bottom. We want to carry on towards the other side. And when we get in here, another corridor with columns on the left and right, we just keep on going all the way up until we finally found what we're looking for. So we are in the area where the statue of the 8th heroine room is. And there's a lot of loot to collect around here. There's a chest in here, there's some rubies, there's some weapons and stuff like that. You can collect all of that, and we need to go back to Rotona, and we need to conclude the side quest exactly where we've picked it up from. So collect all the loot that you've got in here, and then we're going to go back to Gerudo town, and we're going to go and conclude this quest with Rotana. It's a really extensive quest with a lots of stuff to do, not just to pick up the orbs, because obviously if you haven't done the side quests attached to 2 of those orbs, then you're going to have to do those side quests as well, which will make it even longer. So it is one of those quests that it's got multiple things that you need to do, and yeah, be prepared to lose like an hour to 2 hours to do this. It's very, very long. So when we're ready, we're going to go to the shelter once again. We're going to see Rotana, and we're going to tell her exactly what happened when we went to take that big orb that we collected from here. So I guess this is it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like, consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. If you'd like to know how I make my videos, I will work with audio, with thumbnails, with video, what programs I use, what methods I use to create my videos, and how I manage my YouTube channel in general. I've created a few series of videos for members, so if you become a member, you'll be able to access those videos and possibly take something positive from them and include it in your own videos, or include it in your own projects that you're doing, whether it's YouTube or any other platform. So I guess this is it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.